Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rocks with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blog. So let's get to it. All right, rock stars, you know what's first on the list? We got to talk about the Rona. It's a Rona check-in. I know y'all don't feel like hearing about it. Some of you don't anyway. You can just forward on to the next segment. I might even be nice and put a time stamp in here for you guys if you don't feel like all of that, okay? But we're gonna be talking about the Rona each week, so y'all just get ready, okay? All right, so where are we today? As of yesterday, August 25th, we had 152,341 new cases reported on that day. That's up 23% for the last 14-day average. We've had 95,240 people that are hospitalized as of yesterday, and we had 1,165 deaths reported yesterday. Now that is definitely up 111% in the last 14 days. That's even up from just last week. I told you guys, I think we were like 590 or something like that, and now we are at 1,165, so almost double that number. So not good, not good numbers, you guys, not good numbers. And I mean, it is what it is, right? 52% of the nation is fully vaccinated. 61% has had at least one dose of the vaccine. All right. And I'm sure you guys all know where you fall in those numbers. Good news though, the FDA has finally fully approved the vaccination. You know, we were just operating under an emergency approval, and there were many people that were saying that they were going to wait until the FDA went on ahead and gave it the full approval. So now we are at the full approval. So now what? Are you now changing your minds and you're going to get the vaccination, or are you going to find another reason to not get the vaccination? I mean, again, it's up to you. It is up to you. No pressure on anybody out there. But we can talk about these masks, y'all. We can talk about these masks. If you are definitely, even if you are vaccinated, you need to wear your mask. You just need to wear your mask. You just need to wear your masks. Okay? We have had, the Asians have been wearing masks for years and years and years. I mean, as a matter of fact, we would see them and wouldn't even think nothing of it because we were so used to seeing Asian people with masks on, okay? It was something that they normally do, and now I think it's time for everybody to just adopt that into their everyday. Last week, I asked you guys to, somebody to explain to me why is it that people wouldn't want to wear masks, and actually one of the rock stars did reach out and sent me an article that was talking about the fact that the air that we breathe through a mask is not the healthiest. It turns carbon dioxide. I mean, it's this whole chemical breakdown of the reasons why, which I had already known. I had heard about those reasons. All I could say is people have been wearing masks for years and years and years, and I think that everybody has been pretty much okay for the most part. So I don't know if I still feel like that's I don't know if I feel like that's still a reason why everybody shouldn't be wearing masks now. But that rock star did point out to me that they felt like nobody should be wearing masks, if we were going to go by what that article said. And I'm respectful of their view. I understand why some people wouldn't want to wear it because of those reasons, but I'm not one of those people, you guys. But thanks to that rock star who did send that article to me, because nobody else still is willing to give me the argument. Nobody else has been willing to give me the argument on the whys, why people don't want to. But I know there's many anti-vaxxers and many anti-maskers out there, and if we could just maybe agree that, the people that don't want to take any type of precaution, not saying you have to take a vaccine, but even if you don't want to wear a mask, and I feel like you should sign some sort of waiver that if you going to, if you do get sick by COVID, that you waive your rights to be treated in the hospital, because people had been saying that, we needed to practice certain things and it hadn't been done, But of course, they're not going to do that. That's just sort of like a tongue-in-cheek kind of suggestion. Of course, I'm not saying that that's really what is going to happen, but, it's just frustrating. It is frustrating, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that today. You know what? Let's talk about Busta Rhymes, since we're talking about anti-vaxxers and anti-maskers. Busta Rhymes is the newest celebrity that has come out. He is a libertarian. We didn't know that, did we? But as this movement becomes more and more politicized, we're starting to hear more and more people's opinions about it. And Busta Rhymes is the newest person that's been added to the fray. And he said that he, fuck the mask, fuck the vaccine. He's tired of the government telling them, the government and all their little policies that they have, telling people what they have to do with their bodies. Everybody should have the freedoms to make the decisions. And I got all that. I promise you guys, I got all that. But it is special circumstances, and the reasons why the government is asking people to do these things, that argument will continue to go on and on and on. I have noticed that now. Schools are still reporting that their children are getting sick, and every week we just kind of waiting to see. But I really would like to know what the rock stars feel about this full FDA approval now. You guys did get what you asked for. People were saying that they wanted to wait. So now, are you going to get your vaccine? If that was the only reason why you were waiting, are you going to get it? If you still are against it, I understand. But if you were waiting on the FDA, then you know what? Time is of the essence. Maybe it's time for you to make that appointment and get it done. So y'all let me know. Y'all let me know what you're doing. And as always, what I always say to the rock stars, I want you to be safe. I want to see y'all pretty faces again next week. So y'all do what you got to do. I got a lot of stuff today. And I don't even know what the order is. Let's put Beyonce and Jay-Z at the beginning of this list, you guys. So evidently Beyonce and Jay-Z were tapped to be the newest spokespeople, the face of the brand for Tiffany, a campaign that Tiffany has brought upon us, Tiffany & Co., about love. This campaign is being brought by Tiffany & Co. to appeal to a younger audience. When we think of Tiffany's, we think of, I know when I think of Tiffany's, I think of highbrow, I think of, expensive, I think of, breakfast at Tiffany's, you think of all of the glitz and the glamour, but, on a very much conservative, staunch, I'm trying to give y'all all the descriptions of what I think of when I think of Tiffany. Tiffany did have a good little explosion probably back in the beginning 2000s, when it did appeal to young people, their whole silver line, Return to Tiffany's line that they have. It was very popular. You guys, I wear my Tiffany's chain and necklace that I've had since then all the time, and I treasure that little set and other pieces that I've gotten from Tiffany. So they did have a time when they really did appeal to like a younger audience, but then it looks like that has kind of drifted off as well, and is not many people that are younger that are really checking for Tiffany's like that. Like when I go to the store back in the day, if you went to Tiffany's, it was crowded. It was many people in there. And now when you go into Tiffany's, it's not like that. You could also say because of COVID, but people ain't buying Tiffany jewelry like they used to. So that is the reason why they tapped Beyonce and Jay-Z, because they're just trying to bring younger views from younger people into the brand. And that's what we got. Now, Beyonce and Jay-Z teased their campaign and dropped a couple of pictures of them. The two of them in a picture. Beyonce's back is to the camera. Jay-Z is facing the camera. She has on the iconic dress that Audrey Hepburn had on for breakfast at Tiffany's. She has on the iconic gloves that comes up to her right about here. And she has on the iconic 128 karat yellow diamond, Tiffany diamond, that was also worn by Audrey Hepburn in Breakfast at Tiffany's. This is a big deal because that diamond has only been worn so far by 3 women. Audrey Hepburn, like I said, wore it in the movie Breakfast at Tiffany's. However, she was not the first woman to wear it. The first person actually was a socialite Mary Whitehouse wore it to a Tiffany ball. That was the first time that diamond was broken out and put on somebody. Like I said, Audrey Hepburn was the second woman to wear it, and then the third person was Lady Gaga at the 2019 Oscars when she was nominated for Best Actress for her role in what is the name of the damn movie? The movie Barbara Streisand was in originally. I can't even think of the damn movie. I should know it because they was killing us. Every time you looked around, you saw Lady Gaga, and oh boy. But anyway, those are the 3 times that this diamond has been worn. So Beyonce would be the 4th woman to wear the diamond. Okay. Beyonce would be the first Black woman to wear the diamond. And that is indeed a big deal. Beyonce and Jay-Z have found themselves under some fire. I really haven't been on social media this week, so I'm not sure exactly how much fire has been put on them, but I've heard enough about it to know that they have created a little bit of controversy here. Now, there was someone who said that the fact that Beyonce is wearing these conflict diamonds, okay, blood diamonds, you know, that they were disappointed, especially with her being a Black woman and all of that. Okay, well, let me give you a little history on these diamonds. Now, Tiffany has never really said exactly where the diamond came from. What we do know is that this diamond was discovered in a South African mine in 1877. Well, they're saying that it came from the Kimberley Colonial Diamond Mine, all right? And evidently Charles Tiffany, a couple of years later, came across the opportunity to purchase the diamond, and he did. So the diamond was with already some sort of jeweler or something. Not a jeweler, but you know, a person. I can't even think of the name of the person that would have that, but you know what I'm saying. A person that would have that diamond. Charles Tiffany was able to buy that diamond at that time, and it has been in the Tiffany possession ever since. So one would say that really Charles Tiffany did not send anybody in to go and get this diamond out of this mine. The diamond was already retrieved, but he did still purchase said diamond that was available really for anybody who had the money to get it. And if you aren't familiar with conflict diamonds or blood diamonds, they are called that because these are diamonds that were obtained usually illegally, usually under very, you know, shaky and shady and murky circumstances. They hired children, forced them to labor. It's very dangerous conditions. I mean, we've seen kids and people who have been dismembered and who have been, you know, frankly killed in these mines. You know, and working there not because they want to, but because they're being forced to do so. And then, of course, with all of the dangerous work that they do, they don't get any kind of pay for it. If they do, it's very, very minimal. It's not enough for anybody to do anything with. And yet and still, there's all these people that are making the money from the diamonds that are being brought out of the mines, which is in South Africa, which is these people's land. And they actually should be the ones that should be, you know, benefiting from these diamonds. I mean, especially if they're going to be getting killed and dismembered and everything. I mean, the least that they can do is be able to benefit from them, but they aren't. So that just adds insult to injury. And then we bring all these beautiful diamonds over to these other new nations, you know, these first world countries, and people who have this kind of money spend all of this money on it. And like I said, those people over there never get to see that money. Back then, they said that all the diamonds did come from pretty much South African mines, which were, you know, conflict diamonds. It's pretty much established that if that diamond came from that time, it was obtained that way. So people are upset now that Jay-Z and, well, that Beyonce would agree to do a campaign like this and to, you know, further perpetuate or further kind of just advance the fact that people are getting these diamonds at any means necessary just to have something beautiful, while our brothers and sisters, our African brothers and sisters over there are being killed left and right for these diamonds. And so people were just, you know, upset. Now, I don't know how I feel about it. I will say that it seems like everything back in 1877 was slave everything. So anything that was really obtained back in that time was probably you know, it probably did have some unethical merit to it, you know. So, I mean, I don't know. I haven't formed an opinion on it, you guys. But what I am saying is I believe that there are many things that are probably around that may have been obtained unethically, maybe has been passed on through generations and generations, and we just kind of lost the story of how it came about. But that could also still be something that came that way from that time, that era. And, you know, are we still now going to hold the people today pin them to the wall for something that happened a long time ago? Now, I know some people will say, yes, we're going to pin whoever to the wall, that if we know where the damn diamond came from and we know how it came about, then yeah, we gonna be mad at anybody who, you know, feels that it is okay to support a campaign such as this. So those are the people that are upset with Beyonce and Jay-Z. Now, Beyonce and Jay-Z did take the time to make sure that this was an all, you know, like Black people worked on this campaign. June Ambrose, you know, was the head of the print campaign. There was a Ghanaian director. There's going to be a documentary that also follows this that's going to come out. And all the people, pretty much all the big names on this project have been Black. So it's clear that they did try to make sure that Tiffany's, you know, that this was a Black campaign and that, you know, it was done that way. I'm not sure if Beyonce and her team did the research on this diamond, or if, you know, Beyonce and her team just felt like, you know, people would get over it because this was something. I mean, you can't say that Beyonce was the one that sent, you know, people over there to get this blood diamond. You know, I'm not sure exactly what their angle is there, but they did try to make Tiffany's, you know, do certain things. Tiffany's has agreed to give $2 million to HBCUs, which actually, I know, you guys. When you ain't giving nothing, you shouldn't be up here complaining about, you know, what somebody else is giving. But $2 million does seem kind of low for Tiffany's. But I mean, we grateful, because I'm telling you, these HBCUs, they need it. I know for a damn fact, Joe's school, Southern, about stressed me the fuck out. I mean, thank you, Southern, for, you know, providing my son with a college degree and, you know, learning experiences and all of that. But the HBCUs could definitely take this money. So I'm not knocking that. But anyway, that's what Tiffany's has agreed to do. I'm sorry, you guys. I know you guys like to hear my opinion. I don't feel any, I don't know. I don't feel like, I don't feel, I mean, it is horrible that conflict diamonds, you know, come about the way that they are. I mean, that they have and continue to this day. But, are you guys upset with Beyonce and Jay-Z for wearing, you know, with Beyonce for wearing the diamond? People are also upset about a Basquiat. Am I saying the name right? You guys know I ain't all that cultured. But people are upset still about the Basquiat painting. Also upset about a Basquiat painting that was also in that picture that hung in the background. This was a never seen before, you know, by the public picture. This was from the Tiffany family. It's been something that they've had all, you know, since, I think it was, when did he paint it? The painting was created in 1982, and the family has had it ever since then. And people were upset. I'm not quite even sure why they're upset about that. I think that people just feel like the picture just screams and reeks a whole lot of like elitism. And then of course about this diamond and how the diamond came about. And, you know, people just feel like it's just a bad look all the way around. Okay. Again, I'm going to ask you guys to tell me how you feel about this diamond situation. Should Jay-Z and Beyonce be held to the fire for something like this? Does the Tiffany family get a break because they weren't the ones who sent the person in there to get the diamond? Is, you know, the fact that the diamond had already been mined and was already in the, you know, somewhere where he was able to purchase it, does that make a difference for you? You know, are we just kind of going through the semantics when we're saying, oh, well, he didn't get it, somebody else did it? I mean, like, tell me what you guys think about that. Let me know what you think. Are you guys upset with Beyonce and Jay-Z for this campaign? All right, you guys, let me just throw this in here since I'm, you know, I'm trying to break these damn topics up. This crate challenge, you guys, the milk crate challenge. Okay, I'm about sick of y'all in these hood ass Olympics. All right. I don't know who exactly or how this crate challenge came about, but I never really know how the damn challenges come about. It probably was on some damn fucking TikTok, because it seems like that's where everything is generated. But when I saw the videos of people on these crates, you know, trying to get all the way to the top, I think you stack maybe, it looks like it's about 6 or 7 levels of crates on top of each other in a pyramid shape. You walk up one side, you come down the other side, and the goal is to not fall off, not to make the crates fall, you know, all of that. But of course, with gravity and your weight and, you know, you moving and all of this, when you get to the top, 9 times out of 10, most people don't make it over to the other side. What I don't understand is why people are willing to put that. Now, you can clearly see that if you fall off the top of this fucking triangle, that you are going to get hurt, okay? You can fall. I mean, we have seen some of them videos of people falling on the side of their back, some people falling on top of their heads. I just saw them doing a crate challenge on Sunset in Hollywood. There is no grass. Okay, they had a little red carpet out there, and they had people up there, you know, trying to do this crate challenge. And I was just like, absolutely not. Okay, because even though you look at it and it doesn't seem that high, you have to remember your body is way up in the damn sky. If you fall off, you got a good ways to go. And I just honestly don't understand why people are doing this damn challenge. It is ridiculous. Now, yeah, I mean, we've seen people, they've been betting on them, and you know, these challenges all take the same form. Everybody wants to do it. It's all fun and games until somebody gets hurt. I saw one video where this guy was all the way at the top, and he actually looked like he was doing good. It wasn't shaking or nothing. And somebody came over there and kicked the bottom of the damn thing, and he fell on his side. And I was just like, I think I saw that on Jaylee's Instagram. First of all, that person needed their ass beat. Okay, first we need to check to make sure that the motherfucker ribs and shit ain't all busted and broke up on this side the way he landed. But once we get his breath and shit together, because you know his ass was out of breath. Once we get all that together, whoever kicked that thing over needs their ass whipped. You could have killed that man, you know? And I'm sure that the hospitals are seeing more and more injuries because of stupid ass challenges like this. Y'all, please don't be out here doing these damn crate challenges. I done already told my kids, well, I told Joe, he better not even be out here with that full of fucking niggatry. My kids ain't really... Well, actually, I could see Joe trying it, not necessarily Jada. But, yeah, don't, please don't. Y'all just stop it. Y'all stop it. Stop doing these challenges that at least can challenge your life. All right, you guys, this is a little update. Actually, I don't think I talked about it on Top of the Blogs, but I might have talked about it on, like, maybe Love and Hip Hop or something. But yeah, I did. It was Love and Hip Hop Miami. But let's do a little update on the OnlyFans. So remember I told you guys that OnlyFans the other day has said that they were going to, as of October 1st, they were going to stop you from putting pornographic content on the website, you know, because they wanted to make sure that it was an all-inclusive, you know, that people felt at home being there. And, you know, they didn't want to be known necessarily as a, you know, paid for porn hub, and people going on there, you know, doing their sexual acts and people paying to see it. And I had figured that maybe the sponsors as well, they were saying that their backers were complaining about the content on the website. So they said as of October 1st that they would be removing, you know, pornographic content, that they would still allow some sort of sexual activity, but there were going to be guidelines, and I was imagining that them guidelines was not going to be the shit, nowhere near the shit that's been going down on OnlyFans. I mean, when I hear OnlyFans, I think porn. Like, you know, many of you guys have told me, no, Roxanne, OnlyFans has a lot of good content on there, you know, a lot of classes and a lot of different things, and it's not necessarily just sex, but the sexual side of OnlyFans took off so large that I could see why, if I was a content creator over on OnlyFans, I would feel some kind of way that everybody would be like, OnlyFans? You got an OnlyFans page and you teaching people how to make, you know, ceramic pottery or something, you know? So, OnlyFans said that they wanted to make sure that everybody was comfortable there, so they were going to get rid of the pornographic content as of October 1st. Well, in a sudden change of events, it looks like they might have, did a little crunching of some numbers. Okay, might have looked at the books a little bit. All right, and maybe had a conversation or two with some of their more liberal backers. And maybe they felt like those backers would outweigh the others that were having problems with the content on there. And so they decided, just out of the blue, that nope, we're going to suspend our ban on pornography right now. And, the sex work and all the rest is going on down there at the OnlyFans. They'll be able to continue doing that. Now, of course, the sex workers that do work on OnlyFans are happy about this. Mostly because a lot of people who were working in a sometimes dangerous environment, doing sex work out in the real world, now they were able to take those talents to the internet. They can do all that they want to do, and they can provide for way larger audience of people that might want to see them, the safety of their own homes. They don't have to worry about these people touching them. I mean, they can get as nasty as they want to do and want to be on the video, but they ain't got to worry about these people necessarily touching or harming them. You don't have to worry about any type of disease. Of course, it's a pandemic going on right now, so they didn't have to worry about, them coming in contact with any type of virus. It's just generally safer for them. And I'm sure that most of the people that make their money as sex workers on OnlyFans are happy with the fact that OnlyFans was provided to them. So they were very upset when they were, told that they were going to put this ban out there, because they've had other pages that are abruptly taken down too. Back pages, Tumblr. It was a win for the sex workers. When they took it away, I'm sure many of them were worried about where they, their next dollar was going to come from. And now they're saying, no, we're going to go on and let you guys continue. But it's only a suspension. And some people aren't happy with that suspension, because a suspension doesn't sound like an all-out, no, we not doing it. A suspension sounds more like we just going to put it on the back burner for now. And I don't know why OnlyFans would just say suspending something. It seems like they're still trying to figure some things out. Now, the big backers, the New York, the bankers that were having problems and was shutting down a lot of these sex workers' channels and not paying these people, was the Bank of New York Mellon and JP Morgan. Okay, they were the two backer banks that were giving the sex workers problems over there. So and those are big names. So, but evidently OnlyFans still feels like they could continue on without necessarily the support of JP Morgan and New York Bank Mellon. But neither one of those banks have said anything now that OnlyFans has decided to continue, with the sex, with the pornographic content. So nobody really knows where anybody stands. All we know is for now that people can continue to get their fuck on over there as much as they want to. And, but I guess people need to be aware, if you do work over on OnlyFans in that capacity, that this is a situation where maybe they can take that away from you. And if that is true, then it is time to start making some plans. Okay. We've been through this kind of stuff with YouTube. You get comfortable and then something happens, and next thing you know, your livelihood is in danger. And and those YouTubers who've had those huge millions and millions of subscribers, and then when YouTube was going through that, when they were telling us we couldn't curse and we couldn't do certain things, those people were losing money left and right. So that's kind of the pros and the cons of having a YouTube, and having a channel, being successful on YouTube, but then also knowing that you ultimately don't control this environment. We've seen it plenty of times, people losing their channels, people, all kind of things happen. So that's the scary part. That's the scary part of, being a subscriber, or even, any type of thing where you have to go through a third party to get your money. So yeah, it's time for maybe the sex workers to start looking out for something else. Okay. And that's just something that we all could benefit from. We all need to be making sure that we create multiple streams of income. But I'm getting off track here, y'all. Anyway, OnlyFans, for any of you guys who still love to go over there and see y'all different little things, you know, your special proclivities, okay, as of now anyway, is still on. All right, you guys, here's a story that made me smile. I don't know if it's going to make others smile, though. But you guys, they're saying that Quavo and Saweetie have, looks like they've made it back to each other. And I actually was happy about that, you guys. Now, I don't know it's true. It's really just a rumor right now, but they're saying sources are saying that they've been hanging out a lot, that Quavo supposedly had missed Saweetie. And that Saweetie must have missed Quavo as well, and that, you know, they were both finding themselves in New York at the same time, and, you know, that they have been quietly hooking up, okay, not on camera, you know, trying to keep a low profile, I guess, trying to see how things go, but it looks like, you know, it might be working out, and for us not to be surprised if the couple does come back out public that they're together. I didn't have a problem with it because I honestly thought that those two really did like each other, love each other. You know, we get real big and egos, you know, they're both rappers. Saweetie's, you know, I mean, she's been, her trajectory has been just out of this world. She's shot up. Some will say thank you to Quavo for that. Regardless of what it is, she's definitely, you know, she's gone up in stock. That's not the right word, but that's what I'll say right now, you guys. I don't feel like trying to think about it, but she's gone up, and Quavo, of course, is very successful as well. And, you know, people be in your ear, and it's a lot of like shit that you got to try to work through. But I honestly did feel like they really did like each other, you know, before their relationship got such a spotlight put on it. So I was just like, oh, that would be good to see. Now, of course, I do realize that they've had problems, and people have relationship problems. You just don't get to see it because we're not celebrities. But these are the things that people work through in their relationship, and I actually like the two of them together. So, and maybe everybody is a little bit more mature, and maybe they might have realized that, you know, maybe there's some mistakes that was made on both parts, and, you know, they could do better and all that. But I'm happy. So if Saweetie and Quavo make it back together, I wouldn't be mad. This damn Saweetie meal at McDonald's was ridiculous. I was just like, you guys, I mean, you really did come up on that, because that's not even nothing different. It's a Big Mac meal with a side, 4-piece side of chicken nuggets. And they did create some sort of special sauce for the nuggets for her. So really all she got was some sauce. Is the drink different? Because I know they were saying something about it being icy, but I don't remember reading anything about it being a shake or nothing. So I was just like, now what is the difference here? You know, oh, you put your fries on your Big Mac and then put a couple of nuggets on there and do it. I was just like, that ain't nothing. I mean, niggas been doing that kind of shit forever. Child, I love me some French fries in my hot fudge sundae. Don't listen. You don't knock that shit till you tried it. Ice cream and fries. I mean, that's a great combination. So it's just sort of like, I mean, that wasn't nothing special to me, but like I said, she's come up. Anything Saweetie seems to touch these days turn to gold. And she's a beautiful girl, and, you know, she seems to be fun, and, you know, for the most part has been unproblematic, and, you know, hasn't really, so, I mean, and Quavo always seemed to be a cool guy, you know, before he just really got known, you know, but when he was just kind of the quiet one over there at the Migos, I mean, they all seem to be quiet with the exception of Offset, so I hope they're back together, you guys. What do you guys think? Would you like to see Quavo and Saweetie work it out?